Well, so you're welcome back to The Pulse. Here's what you need to know. There's a big surprise for you. We're talking about this book today, and guess what? It's Monetizing Your Creativity and Innovation, an introduction to intellectual property. It's by Norkor Anku. And, well, for those of you who haven't heard about this book and haven't seen a copy yet, there's something you need to know about this special material that we're about talking here on The Pulse. So let me welcome Sarah into the studios. Good afternoon. Welcome to The Pulse. So, intellectual property is something that we've not discussed in a long while. Why have you decided to go into this and talk about it specifically as a subject in this book?
So, for the timing, I would say I wanted to coincide with the World Intellectual Property Day, which comes off next week on Tuesday, 26th of April. And the theme for this year is on IP and the youth. Innovations and creativity. So I took this opportunity to draft something for the youth, targeting the youth, and but I believe it could be helpful for all others who want basic understanding of the subject. I know that we are quite creative in Ghana, especially the youth. They come up with all these ideas, apps, and so on and so forth, solving problems every day. But they don't seem to benefit much economically from their creativity, and that it's sad because in other parts of the world, people make it from their creativity. They make a lot of money from their creativity, and the tools they use is the intellectual property tools.
In fact, if you look at our culture itself, many would argue that, look, our culture is creative. We could make that argument, wouldn't we? But it's not just about this book. What's also amazing is that you're doing this and meeting a certain time schedule so that it comes out at the right time. How tough was it, or otherwise, for you putting together this piece?
Very tough. My team and I, actually, I have co-authors from my office, my team from the office, Jerome, Oninye, Blessing, and Benedicta. Yes, so we've worked really hard to come up with this because, of course, of the timelines we have to meet. Because there were suggestions that we should postpone. I said, no, this is about the youth. It's the youth and IP. Let's just force. Let's get it done. So, yeah, we are.
And we're proud that you're putting this out. But there are many who may not know about you and may not see the reason why you're deciding to do this. What motivated you to put this together, and is it inspired by your background?
Yes, it is inspired by my background. This is, I'm a lawyer. I specialize in intellectual property law. I've been in the field for quite some time. And in the past, I realized that when you teach people IP, I teach also, I teach at KNUST. When you teach or you're a resource person for seminars, you end up talking to the people, they understand on the spur of the moment, but the next day they tend to forget what you talk about because probably the subject is not too friendly. So I thought that probably we should come up with something in a question and answer form that would be a resource, a reference book, kind of. So if somebody develops something, creates, the person can just refer to that particular book and ask, oh, what am I supposed to do when I create something, when I have an innovative idea? And then if I have it, how do I make sure it is something that can be protected and I can commercialize and make money out of it? So then you just pick the book again and just flip to the pages where you have that information. And then when you have it protected, you are commercializing and somebody is stealing your ideas. Somebody is stealing what you have. What do you do? We have enforcement measures also in there. And then, of course, we brought up this trending issues about AI, blockchain, NFT.
What's trending now?
Yes. So
it's good that you are
IPs,
covering all of this in this special book. And very often when the subject of intellectual property comes up, a lot of people feel it's just about the big brands and not about small creativity. What is it that people discover when they read this book about individual ventures and not necessarily thinking about the big brands out there?
Yeah, they would know that the big brands started small.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so you can also start and be a big brand. How did Facebook get to be Facebook? Started small. You can start. Whatever you have now, if you take the right steps, using the right tools, you can make it. You can't say you are unemployed when you have so much ideas. You should be guided with all the information and the resources that you need to make something out of those ideas that you have. If you've developed an app that can really be useful to society, yes, if you put it out there and it's well protected, the giants will not steal it from you. You will protect it, and the giants will come to you for a license, or may even want you to sell to them. And that's a way of making money as a young person. So we make money from our creativity and innovations.
I'm convinced already. In fact, I'm getting really interested. I need to read this, but who else is this book good for?
For researchers and for students of intellectual property, law and practice, because this book gives you the fundamentals, the basics in a simplified language, friendly language, so that it is easier for you to understand. It has this, it is a school setting where you have a mythical god of knowledge, Kwekwa Anansi, being the resource person. So the students are asking questions and Anansi answers in a simplified language. So you get the foundation.
That's even unique.
Yes.
Right.
So you get the foundation right, and then you can go on to read your textbooks. You can, when you read your textbooks, the existing textbooks on IP, you understand better.
So you're simplifying matters and making it easy for people to connect to. But where can we get this to buy? Obviously, we need to find the books on the shelf.
Yes,
right?
that is true. For now, we have embarked on this Own a School project, because of course the target for now is for the youth, and to make it accessible for the youth, quite a number of them may not be able to afford, or to, even if we sell it for 1 cedi, some may not be able to buy. So we are encouraging philanthropists to purchase and donate to schools, to young ones, so that they can own the books and use it to their benefit.
So this is not necessarily about having a profit motive, putting out a book and then making money out of it. It's about explaining.
Yes, it should get to the right people. So if the right people cannot afford, then we are encouraging philanthropists to get on board. Donate to the young ones. They will read. If you ask them to buy, they may not be able to buy. So just buy and gift it to them, and they will be forever grateful to you. So for now, the focus has been on this Own a School project. We call it the Own a School project. And after that, we are trying to arrange with these bookshops and then probably get it online also for sale.
So this is a social course. In fact, for those of you watching us, you need to get a copy of this, or if you're an organization out there and perhaps you want to support the course, just make sure you get this. It's Monetizing Your Creativity and Innovation, an introduction to intellectual properties by Sarah Norkor Anku.
And my team.
Right, and your team, right. So you need to get this. But Sarah, your final words as we wrap up on this.
So we have the World IP Day on 26th. We have this book launch at the Kofi Annan ICT Center. It's at 9 o'clock Tuesday. You are invited. Come and support this cause.
In fact, the whole team here at Joy News would definitely support such a good cause, but I'm grateful that you've been able to join us. So that's all we have for you in this package of The Pulse. My name is Blessed Sugandu. Stay here on the Joy News channel.